Hey guys, so we're set up here in Spring Tool Suite and we're going to be looking at how we can use the @required annotation in our Spring apps. Now what we can use the @required annotation for is basically to ensure that the bean property is being set using setter injection at compile time. If the property is not going to be set properly, we're going to get an error thanks to using this @required annotation. So let's jump in and see what we have here for a starter app, and then we'll see how we can take advantage of the @required annotation. Right now we're looking at my file here, appcontext.xml, my Spring Bean configuration file, and I only have one bean defined in this file. You can see I've given this bean an ID of fruit, and it's associated with the fruit class in my food package. I'm going to pull this class up right now, so if I open up fruit.java, you can see fruit.java is a fairly simple class. It has one property here, a string that I've given a name of description, and then I have a getter and a setter for that description. I have a no argument constructor here, and there's one method here called talk about yourself, and it's basically just going to return description if it is set, and if description is not set, I'm going to get a string return that says no description set. So that's the fruit class here as it is for right now. So if I go back to app context, remember we have this bean here with ID fruit, and we can use this bean to get an instance of that fruit class. So let's do just that, and I'm going to go over to my app.java here, which contains my main method, public static void main, and you can see I'm actually creating an instance of a fruit type here. I'm calling it my fruit, and I'm going to use the bean identified by fruit there. Once I get my instance, my fruit, I'm going to output to the console the result of calling the talk about yourself method. Let's run this here. And now when that runs, there you can see we actually get no description set. And that's again because when we use this bean here, this bean in my app context, we're not actually setting up that description property. So we expect that when we call this talk about yourself method, we're going to get no description set. So let's quickly actually set that property. So what I'm going to do is back in my app context here, I am actually going to set this property here. So I'm going to get within this bean tag, and I'm going to paste in a property tag here. The name of the property we're setting is description, and we're going to set the description to hi, I am a fruit. So if I save this app context here and run this again, our output should now say hi, I am a fruit. So this is working well. We've seen how this bean can work fine with the property description either being set or not set. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this out here, and what if I am creating this application and I know that, hey, I do not want this fruit bean to be created without a description. If a description is not provided, I want that to be a problem because for whatever reason I know I cannot have my application initialized with a fruit bean without a description. What I can do is I can force that description